Breaking news. What time is Real Time with Bill Maher and his Trump dinner talk? Bill Maher will discuss his recent dinner with President Donald Trump on this week's Real Time with Bill Maher. What time is the show and where can you see it? Maher, a lifelong liberal and longtime critic of Trump, has never held back on his disdain for the Republican president's actions and policies. However, when Trump supporter Kid Rock appeared on Maher's Club Random podcast last month, the hit musician offered to help set up a dinner meeting with the president at the White House as a way to break bread between the two rivals. Maher accepted. As such, Maher had dinner with Trump, Kid Rock and UFC CEO Dana White on March 31st, and Maher wrote on X the following day that he'd talk about it on his next Real Time with Bill Maher show, set for April 11th. So, the comedian and longtime political commentator will tell all about his dinner with Trump on Real Time with Bill Maher, which airs Friday night on HBO and streams on Max at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. You must be either an HBO or Max subscriber to watch the show live, although Real Time with Bill Maher generally posts clips of segments from the show on YouTube not long after the show airs. Bill Maher told Chris Cuomo that it was an honor to be invited to the White House. In an interview with Chris Cuomo on the News Nation anchors The Chris Cuomo Project podcast, recorded on the set of Club Random the same day Cuomo appeared on Bill Maher's podcast, the newsman asked Bill Maher about the response to the invite and why he was doing it given his and President Donald Trump's contentious history. Well, I'm doing it because first of all, it was presented as, maybe this is a beginning to heal America, Maher told Cuomo in the interview, which was recorded prior to his meeting with Trump. Now, I don't have some sort of complex where I think I can heal America. I can't. Okay, let's get that clear. I'm not going to be healing America. But if two guys who've been at each other for so long, I mean it's kind of a Nixon to China thing. I have the credentials, Maher added. There was nobody who was harder on Trump or more prescient about the fact that he wasn't going to leave office voluntarily. I feel like I have the credentials, but they also respect me because I'm honest about the woke train to crazy town and I don't shrink from that. And I've also lost a lot of fans. For that, the woke people have left the building, and I'm willing to make that sacrifice. On top of that, Maher said, an invitation to the White House is something that should be taken seriously and respected. First of all, it's an honor to be invited to the White House, Maher told Cuomo. I've already had a couple of people who I talked with about the invite, and I'm just going to take it as a backhanded compliment. They glide right past the idea that little Bill Maher from Rivervale, New Jersey, just a humble kid from the suburbs, was invited for a private dinner to the White House. They glide right past that too. How dare you talk to him? And I say, you're not impressed by it at all? I'm impressed by it a lot. I'm impressed the F out of it. I get to go to the White House. On top of that, Maher told Cuomo, he simply couldn't turn down an opportunity to talk with Trump directly about issues. The structure of this dinner is just, let's talk. Let's talk to each other face to face. Let's not stop shouting from 3,000 miles away, Maher told Cuomo. If they expect me to be leaving in a MAGA hat, they're going to be very disappointed, but I know they don't. And I think it's going to be, look, it probably will accomplish very little, but you got to try, man, you got to try. Kid Rock has already shared his views of the dinner with Fox News Fox and Friends, which he felt was a very positive meeting and good step forward. Real Time with Bill Maher airs Friday night on HBO and streams on Max at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time.